Okay, start stream. I think it needs some time to start up. You are live. The internet can totally see you now. Let me see. So I've never done this before. So, unsupported resolution. 1280, this is not... Okay, attempt number 2. The first attempt was not working. This is the second attempt. Stream is continuing. I think I am live. I think. I don't see anything yet. Are there any people here? I think I'm live. So, this is the first time I'm doing this. So, no, there's only 2 people watching, so that cannot be. No, it's only you guys watching. It's not working. But it's on public. Oh no, I think 9 people watching. I think we're live. I think I'm here. Maybe, can somebody put a message so I can see it's working? Or let me know if it's working, if you can see me, if you can hear me, if you can put a comment. This is more complicated than I thought. I thought I just press go live, but it doesn't seem to be so easy. How does this work then? No, I think a lot of you are watching, but I cannot see any comments. So, where do I see the messages then? Is somebody sending me a message? Oh, wait. Yes, yes. I can see messages coming in. Okay, so that's good. So I think we're all live and I think it's kind of working. And I see questions coming in. Okay, so I think it would be great if you guys write the questions, because otherwise it's gonna be very long for me to scroll through everybody. Okay, I'll just... How are you? I am fine. I am really good. I am sitting in a hostel outside because the room I'm staying doesn't have a window, so it's super dark. So I thought I'd move outside. So maybe you'll hear, it's next to the train tracks, so maybe you hear trains passing or other people talking in the hostel. So then you know that's that. Pravat Day is asking, where are you now? I am in Georgia. So my latest video was crossing into Russia. I went very quickly through Russia because I only had a 7-day transit visa and I did it in 4 days, I think. So I had a few days buffer because I was afraid that if I would have any problem on the way, if you overstay your visa, a Russian visa, you can get into serious problems. So I decided to go pretty quickly so I wouldn't get into any visa problems. So now I reached Georgia and it's super nice here, really nice weather. Okay, it's working. People say it's working. Okay, that's really good. Okay. Which is your next destination? Is a question from Rajesh Rangan. Sorry, I'll try to pronounce your names. If I say it wrong, I'm sorry. I actually don't know yet what is my next destination. I'm gonna figure that out while I'm here. So I can't really answer it yet. I'm still thinking about where I'm gonna go next. It's so quick. Then Shibin Sajan is asking, how do you manage the money? Like you've been traveling for so long and so many countries. So right now I am running on my savings. I sold my house and I sold my old motorbike. And I'm trying to make money with YouTube and with my website. And sometimes people donate me money for petrol. So that way I'm trying to, I don't know, make money on the way so I can keep riding for longer. If I would only be riding on savings, then yeah, it's gonna run out at some point. So this way I'm trying to, ride as long as I can. So that's that. Okay, I see a lot of hellos. Hello, I didn't say good morning internet, but okay. It's now afternoon anyway for me, so. Let's see the next question. Shinto John is saying, what do you think about Royal Enfield Himalayan? Well, I think the channel kind of speaks for itself. I mean, I think the problems that I had with the bike so far are on the channel. That's the one episode in Iran where I managed to burn my clutch plates trying to get out of thick mud. So it was kind of my own fault. But other than that, I think Basanti is doing really great, and she got me this far. So yeah, I'm still happy. I'm gonna see the next question. People from Kerala. Oh, it's going so fast now. Hello. How often do you adjust the chain? When it's necessary. I check regularly if it's too loose or not. Overall, it doesn't need too much adjusting, especially when the chain gets older, then it needs to be done a little bit more often, but yeah, not too much. Oh dear. Oh, there's so many messages. How do I pause it? Oh, wait. The quality is brilliant. Oh, that's good. Did you... let me see. BMW Boxer Lower Saxon is asking, did you already got interesting job offers? No. I'm still... a lot of people always asking me if I'm being sponsored, if Roy Enfield is sponsoring me or anybody else. The answer is no. No company is sponsoring me. I got a couple of things sent to me for free from some companies, like for example the fuel filters, and I got some accessories, which is really nice. But other than that, no, I'm not being sponsored or don't have any job offers. I'll try to... There's some questions I see which I already answer, like on my website, in my blogs. I have a website called itchyboots.com, obviously, and I have some blogs there, so I'll try not to answer things that are already there. I also have an about section on the website. You can read a bit about, I don't know, how I got to do this stuff. So I'll try not to repeat myself for the people who already read that. Then Billy McFarlane is asking, how much memory do you use with your GoPro? Meaning, how much storage do you carry with you for recording your videos? So I use the GoPro Hero 7, and I just have the standard memory card in it, and I empty it every day. Usually I use about half of it, and then I empty it, I store it on my computer and on my external hard disk. So that. Can you come to Saudi Arabia? I don't know if I'm allowed to ride in Saudi, but I will not go there because it's way out of the area where I'm going, so I will not go there. Then Gautam Rapha is asking, are you coming back to India? Maybe at some point, but not in the near future. I don't have any plans at the moment to come back to India because I'm kind of heading 180 degrees in the other direction. So, Dicky is asking, Basanti is broken. No, Basanti is fine. I washed her today, and she's looking good. So that is not poor connection. Oh. Maher Imran is saying you skipped Pakistan. I get a lot of people asking, come to Pakistan, or why didn't you come to Pakistan? There's not really any particular reason other than that it wasn't on my route. So when I left India, my first plan was, I'm going to ride to Malaysia. When I arrived in Malaysia, I thought, where to go next? Then I went to Oman and started from there. And from Tajikistan was the closest to Pakistan, but I would have to go into China, which is very difficult. I have to do a lot of paperwork, it's very expensive. Go to Pakistan, and back via China to go the other way. So it would be like a huge, long, expensive detour. So that's why I didn't go there. Sure Scales asking, do you have a rough entire route planned? No, I don't. And I usually only worry about the next country. Not too much in advance. I just go wherever I feel like, or if I meet people on the way that say like, oh, this is a really nice spot, you can go there. Sometimes I go there. Roughly now the plan is I want to ride Basanti back to the Netherlands. But that is not going to be the end of the journey. So I have a new project in mind. So I want to keep on riding. But I'm still working on figuring out that. And because I'm still on the road now and still riding, I just don't have so much time and energy to already think too much about the next project. I have so many other things I have to worry about now. So that's going to be a little bit of a surprise, maybe. But yeah, for the next couple of months, I'll be riding through Europe towards the Netherlands. But the route I will take, that is completely unsure still. Parveen Sihag is saying, please tell more about Carnet. So that's actually one that you can find out more on my website. So about the route from India to Malaysia, I talk about Carnet and that kind of stuff. So I think it's better to look on the website. Oh, there's a lot coming in again. Svathin is asking, after you are done, will you sell Basanti to me? No. Basanti stays with me, sorry. I will not sell her. Biker Space is saying, how do you ask for a data SIM card? It's actually, SIM cards are so easy. So in every country that I go to, I buy a local SIM card, which are all the time, they're really cheap. It costs a couple of dollars. You have a local SIM card. And then I put some data on it. It's usually also really cheap. So I have internet. I can make local phone calls if I want to. So yeah. I love 2019 where all this kind of stuff is so easy. So yeah, that's... Mark Wakefield is saying, how did you pick up your Russian phrases? Well, my Russian is really limited, but I know a couple of things because in my previous job, I worked for a dredging company and I worked almost a year in Kazakhstan. And I learned a little bit of Kazakh then, but I already forgot everything. And I learned some Russian there. Most of it I also forgot, but I picked up again a few things. But now I am in Georgia, so I will not be speaking any Russian anymore. Georgian is a very difficult language. The alphabet is unreadable for me. It looks really bizarre. I'll try in the next Georgian video. I'll try to show you how the Georgian alphabet looks like. But so they speak Georgian here, and from now on there will be no more Russian. So I have to learn new languages again. Kevin Cartwright says, will you visit the UK? I would love to, but I don't really have any plans for it at the moment. Let me see the next question. This is... Binil Bijou is saying, can't you try couchsurfing? I could. I've done couchsurfing in the past. But the problem is I would be a horrible guest. Because couchsurfing, you know, you spend time with the host and they show you around. And reality is to maintain this channel and upload a video every other day. I ride one day, I sit in my hotel the next day editing the video. And editing one video usually takes me between 4 and 8 hours for one video, depending a bit on the footage. So if I've been couchsurfing, I would be like just sitting there with my laptop and would be like, I would be a horrible guest. So I don't do that. Subruto Kumar Shil is saying, when you have came in Bangladesh? I was in Bangladesh last year, just before I bought Basanti. I traveled to Bangladesh for 3 weeks. Going into Bangladesh with your own motorbike is not even possible. cannot cross the border into Bangladesh with your own vehicle. So that wouldn't even have been possible. I really want to pause the comments because it's going so fast. Tim's Travels is saying, do you apply for all your visas on the fly or did you apply for them beforehand? I'll go on my bike to that region next summer. Well, have fun, Tim, on your travels. I'm sure you'll love it. There have been a few visas that I've been applying on the road all the time, and a few of them I did in advance. So, for example, the Turkmenistan visa is hard to get; takes a long time. So I applied for that when I was still in Abu Dhabi. Also, the Iran visa was a bit more difficult. I applied in advance, but usually. Sometimes I don't need a visa, or I can just do an online e-visa. So I'm just kind of doing it as I go. But I can't really give you guys any advice or anything about visas because it really depends on your nationality. So when I don't need a visa for a country, it's possible that you do. So always check online. You can just Google it if you need a visa for a certain country with your nationality. So yeah. I can't really say anything about that. GooglyTube is saying, we like your border crossing video. Please record border videos during crossing. I think I'm doing that. But I always have to be a bit careful because officially I think it's not allowed to record at borders. So I try to do it when I can. If I have the feeling that they're going to be really upset, I take the camera off before they, I don't know, confiscate it or anything like that. Vahi Exim is saying, with big capital letters, how much you have spent so far on your trip. Okay, so the money question is one that I get a lot. How much do the hostels cost? How much are you spending per day? How much are you spending per month? How much have you spent in total? And here's the thing, I hardly ever talk about this. Maybe like a few times I mentioned something. And I have a couple of reasons that I do that. First one is that I'm Dutch, I'm from Holland. And where I'm from, we don't talk about money. Like we don't say how much money we're making, how much money we spent on a new car or whatever. That's kind of a thing, it's private. It's like, yeah, you don't talk about, you don't even tell your friends or your family, let alone throw it on the internet. So yeah, I just don't really feel so comfortable to tell you how I spend my savings. And another reason is that if I would do that, then the channel, I feel like the channel is only gonna be about the money, and everybody's only gonna, yeah. For me, my channel is about motorcycle adventures, and that is what I want to be the channel about, and not about how I spend my money. Plus, everybody does it differently. Every rider has a different budget. So, yeah, you can, I mean, if you want to see roughly like how much is accommodation in a country, you can just go to booking.com. You have an idea of prices. You can find fuel prices online. Most of this information you can find it online. So I feel like there's not really need to name it anyway. So, well, I hope that's sorted now. Yves Luyens is saying, are you always feeling safe? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I never really feel comfortable in the nighttime. That's why I never ride in the nighttime. I mean, if it would be an emergency, of course, but I always avoid it because I just don't feel so comfortable. But other than that, yeah, I feel safe. I don't think I could do this trip if I would be scared all the time. Like, how can you enjoy it if you're scared all the time? So I'm not scared, no. There's too many people here, maybe. Deborah Guring is asking, have you gotten sick, food poisoning? No, actually not. I think I have done quite a bit of traveling. And I think by now I have a stomach made out of steel. So no, luckily I didn't get sick at all. Anmar Ikwan is saying, when you wash your clothes and dry it? Many people wonder about laundry, but the thing is, I'm always staying in a guest house or a hotel, and they always have a laundry machine to wash sheets. So wherever I stay, I can always use a laundry machine. And usually, most of the time, I stay somewhere 2 nights. One night that I arrive, and the next day to make the video. So by then it will be dry. So never really have any issues with that. Let me see. Hari Haran is saying how many kilometers you have done. Right now, 27,000. So that goes pretty well. Jason Dafonte says, do a wheelie. I can't. I wish I would be so cool to make a wheelie, but I have no idea how to do that. So something for the for the future. Let me see. Oh, it's going so fast. Oh, somebody said, Vinjai Chedeswi says, how do you manage to do so many things all alone? What motivates you? I think I just love riding. Like, if I could, I would ride every single day. I love being on the bike. I love the feeling of freedom. I don't need any other motivation, really. I just want the bike and just ride all the time. It's kind of what I've been doing, but okay. Iranian127 is saying, do you carry any food at all in your bike bags, or you just hope you come across a food joint on your way? Yeah, usually I just hope I come across a food joint. Sometimes I bring a snack, but it's quite rare. Usually I don't bring any food. Yeah, I always find something to eat, and sometimes not so good. Sometimes it's good, but I'm not a very picky eater. I'll just eat wherever, whatever is available, so it's never really a problem. Harold Hughes is saying, what was your scariest experience? That's a good question. I think the one ride I did crossing into Kyrgyzstan, I think it's kind of like the most dramatic video on the channel because I don't have so much air and I'm like huffing and puffing, and that ride, to be really honest, I cannot say I really enjoyed that ride. It was so cold. I had a lot of pain in my hands, and I just felt like I had no breath. And I knew, and it was so muddy and snowy, and I had to ride so carefully because I thought, okay, if I drop a Santi here, there's nobody here, and because I have not much air, it may be difficult to pick her back up. So all what on my mind was, don't drop the bike, don't drop the bike. So I can't say that I really enjoyed that ride, being like, oh, it's so pretty here. I was mostly just thinking like, get through this, get through this, get through this. So I would say that was probably the scariest experience. Yeah, so Everstein is saying, do you have heated grips or gloves? No. Maybe I want to say something more about that. A lot of people said that I should have planned it better and go more in summertime, or that I should have had this or that or different gear. And of course, you're right. I could have had better stuff. But the way I do my ride is my gear is good for 95% of the time. And then there's a few days where it's either really cold or like super rainy, and then I don't really have the right gear. But to drag around all this extra gear for like 1 or 2 or 3 days in months, for me, it's not really worth it. So then I just kind of think, okay, I'll just suffer through a couple of days and then it's fine. And I hope you can still hear me because there's a train coming. But the thing with Central Asia is that all around it you have desert. So the part in Tajikistan, which was at really high altitude and was really cold. But before that and after that, it was desert and really hot. So if I would have been in Tajikistan later in the season, I wouldn't have been so cold, but I would have been extremely hot through Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan. So in the end, I was quite happy with my timing because for me the deserts were doable, and then yeah, okay, a couple of days a little bit, a little bit cold. How Free Aquarius is saying, how can you possibly read all these messages? I can't. No, but I'm trying trying my best. And I think so. I've never done this before, but I think that this stream will stay on the channel, so you can watch it back later, and maybe I can read the comments later. But I don't know. I don't know how it works. Neo Sam is saying, why, what made you choose Himalayan over, oh, where it's gone now, over other high-powered bikes? I went with the Himalayan because I was in India, and then I was backpacking. I saw a bike rental shop. I thought, oh yeah, rent a bike is nice. I rented the Himalayan, rode it for 3,000 kilometers in the mountains, and then I thought, I like this bike, so I'm gonna buy one. So yeah, it's easy like that. So I see like several like the same questions, which some of them I already answered. So if you missed out the beginning of the stream, then you can watch the video after. Yeah, this I already answered. Mark H is saying, how do you feel about over 100,000 subscribers? It kind of freaks me out a little bit. I never expected that this was gonna happen. When I started the trip, I thought, oh, it's nice to make videos. I have really good memories. And then I did think, okay, maybe I can make some money on YouTube and stuff. But I never really thought it would go so quickly. I think, at least for me, it's quite quickly. And yeah, it makes me a little bit nervous sometimes. Yeah, Sainath Saddam is saying, oh, wait. Someone suggests for a drone for you. Oh, if you are okay, I can send you one. Well, that's really nice of you. But there is a possibility that I will get a drone. I'm thinking, working on something. So maybe there will be a drone soon. I've been thinking about it before, but some of the countries I passed through, a drone is not allowed, it's illegal. And for me, doing border crossings with a motorbike, which is not registered on my own name, that's not possible because I'm not Indian. So Basanti is not, I couldn't register it on my own name. I own Basanti, I bought her, but she's not registered on my name. So for me, border crosses are also I'm also a little bit nervous. So bringing something extra, which is actually not allowed, I thought maybe that's not such a good idea. But now that I'm closer to Europe, I thought, yeah, maybe it's fun. So I will try it out. Yeah, so maybe soon there will be some footage from that. Michael Ollem says, which motorcycle did you start out on for learning? A Ducati Monster. Was my first bike. Basanti is only my second bike. So I started on a Ducati and then now on Basanti. Yugeshwar Karwar is saying, in which country you like the food most? 2 countries. India, because I love Indian food, and Iran also had amazing food. And I'm looking forward to Turkey because I know Turkish food is also really, really good. So I'm already looking forward to that. Nias Kurashi is saying, how many friends did you make during ride? I think many. Yeah. I don't know how many. A lot. You meet a lot of people. Srikant Krishnamurti is saying, how hard is it to continuously manage shooting your travel while riding? With riding, please tell us your experience. Well, maybe you've noticed that on some videos I talk more than on others. Like I've had a couple of days riding, for example in Kazakhstan, where The distances were huge. The scenery was nice, but really boring. The road was straight, and the scenery was the same. So as a rider, to do that for like 8 hours per day, it's just exhausting. And sometimes then, like when I was like really quite tired, and sometimes I don't feel I don't have the energy to talk, and then I'm just like I'm just riding, and I don't feel like saying anything, or I have nothing to say, because what can I say? There's nothing here to talk about. Um, but most of the days, yeah, I like making videos. I really like it. Let me see. Oh, Igor Guimard is saying you're going through countries known as male chauvinism. How has it been for you? I noticed like in quite a few countries, the people are not used to seeing a woman on a motorbike. But overall, the responses are always like good, like they're surprised, and then they're like, "Oh, this is good." Like I usually like get the thumbs up, and people are so supportive, and I cannot even think of one situation where somebody was disapproving or anything like that. I mean, you get the questions, "Why are you alone?" or "Where's your husband?" or stuff like that. But usually, most of the time, it's not really meant in a harmful way, or at least I don't perceive it like that. So, yeah, I haven't any problems, and I mean, to be honest, most of the times I I always have in the back of my mind, everybody will help me. It's probably not true, but it feels like that. So if I'm riding somewhere, I just know if I would have a problem, I flag down somebody, and people, yeah, I think I don't know, people, somebody will help me if I need to. I think that. M. Siafi is saying, what is your plan for this channel after the trip ends? I don't know, but I do know that this trip is not going to end for a very long time. I plan to, or I intend to continue for a very long time still. So you don't have to worry about that yet. Venkat Reddy is saying which software you are using for editing. I use Filmora, and it's a very basic program. It doesn't do all this fancy stuff, because I don't know, I don't use that. I just make the videos quite simple, and it's an easy program to work with. Apurva Shagar is saying, why don't you use the kill switch to turn off the bike? I got a lot of people asking me that, but I can be wrong. But the way I know it is that the kill switch is for emergencies. So if you drop the bike, for example, you can quickly switch it off. But it's not meant for everyday use all the time. And I don't like using it, because if I do that and I forget it, then my battery is flat. So I always just switch the key, so I'm sure that my battery will not go flat. So let me see the next question. Adonios Papa says, how old were you when you first ride a motorcycle? 25, I think. That was I was at the time traveling in Guatemala, and I rode on a dirt bike for an afternoon. I never had any lessons, and I went like turtle speed. But that was the first time I ever rode a bike. And then, 2 years later, 3 years later, something like that, I got my license, and then really started riding. Yeah, Gustav Solar Magikinen is saying, my Muslim friend says that your name Norali is a Muslim name. According to him, it means light of higher one, light of elevated one. Yes, I'm aware. Nur, I think, means light. my parents gave me this name, and I'm really happy with my name. And it has nothing to do with religion or anything like that, but it's just my name. Moto Seagirl saying, have you met other ADV motovloggers such as Nora from Holland or Kinga from Australia? No, because they were both in Africa. Or I think Nora is back in the Netherlands and Kinga is in Africa. I do follow them, of course, but I have never met them, unfortunately. But maybe somewhere we will meet. That would be cool. Same question as Sam India says, top speed you did on Basanti so far. I think I pushed Basanti to 120 kilometers per hour, pretty much in the beginning. But I'm not about top speed. I don't care about top speed. I'm not doing some rally race or anything like that. I've never really cared about going super fast, and I'm not now. Usually I cruise at about 80 kilometers per hour, so I have time to actually look around and enjoy the scenery. And then on some stretches, like in Kazakhstan, where I had to cover like a lot of distance every day, I would go a bit faster, like 90 or 100 kilometers per hour, and that's it. I could go a bit faster, but for me, I have quite a lot of luggage, I'm a bit heavy loaded, and I don't want to push the bike if it's not really necessary. Then why would I do that? So yeah, I don't. So feed no. Oh. I already. Oh, RE Entertain. No, yeah. Said, where did you experience the worst petrol? Uzbekistan. That was not so good. And Tajikistan was also not so good. But now I'm kind of out of the woods. I have the fuel filters and I'm now riding. Yeah, I don't expect to come across really bad fuel anymore. I hope. Ali Sajed is saying, hey, I have asked you about your spine problem. Long ride, you be on bike, so I think you might get a back problem. So how do you manage if you get this problem? Well, yeah, I don't have a back problem, but I have had like really bad shoulder pain already for months actually. And yeah, I have pain every day when I ride. And somewhere along the way, I cannot remember where it was. I think in Uzbekistan, I actually met a Dutch physiotherapist and she gave me some tips about my posture. And it does help. But yeah, I still have some pain. But yeah, okay. No pain, no gain is what they say, I think. So yeah. Yeah, a bit pain. But would you need a massage? Yeah, I tried massages in Thailand and it also didn't work. But those were the Thai massages, so they kind of break you more than than when you came in. Ben Smith is saying, did you have any mechanical skills before you started your trip? Or have you picked up some along the way? Yep, no skills before I left. I can't say I have any skills now, but I mean, I definitely learned things on the way, and yeah, you make a mistake and you learn from it, like the clutch plates, or I mean, you get to know the bike very well if you ride so much, and yeah, but yeah, I can do some basic things, but nothing big. I would love to be able to like really work on the bike. I would love to be able to be my own mechanic, but I don't really have a talent for it, I think. And yeah, I manage, so I think that's the main thing. Vinash Tedeswi. I think I already asked one more question from you before. What's the reason behind naming your bike Basanti? When I was in Delhi, I bought Basanti in Delhi, and I had to wait 1 month for the papers and stuff. And I made some local friends there. And when the bike came, then I was talking to them like, oh, I want to name my bike. What should I name the bike? And then one of them said, name her Basanti. And he explained me why. And I know about the movie Sholay and everything. But for me, I didn't know the movie then, and I just really liked the sound of it. So, and it's an Indian bike, so Indian name. That's what I thought. So. Kamka33 says, like your channel, thanks. Oh, wait, where did it go? How did you learn to go off-road? I think you said. I did when I was in Oman and I was waiting for Basanti to arrive there from Malaysia. I did some training there, which was really great. I think without that, I would not have managed so well on the Pamirs in Tajikistan. But before that, I never did any off-roading. So I kind of just did something, tried it. I'm still not a great off-road rider, but I guess just practice and you'll get better at it. Fred Rothert S is saying, how do you pick the music? I think you mean the music behind the videos. I pay for the music. That's why a lot of people ask me, like, what's the song behind this video? What's the song behind that video? And usually I don't put it anymore because it's not free. So people, yeah, you can't really download it. I pay for the licensing, so I can use it on the channel. It's called artlist.io. You can get a yearly subscription, and then I have a full database of music. Picking the music always takes me a lot of time because I want to have like a song that fits the footage, or that fits, I don't know how to explain it, that kind of fits with how I felt during that ride. You can notice sometimes it's more upbeat and sometimes a bit more dramatic when I felt dramatic or when the scenery is more dramatic. And yeah, I try different songs behind the footage and I look how it goes, and then I try another song, and yeah, that takes a lot of time. It really takes a lot of time. Yeah. Oh, I saw a question, now I lost it, but it was about carrying a tent. So I don't carry a tent, and I have a couple of reasons for that, why I don't go wild camping. In most of the countries where I've been so far, like they're not campsites, so it will be wild camping if you want to go camping. And I don't feel so comfortable doing that by myself somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It's probably safe, but I don't feel so safe, so I probably would be laying in the tent listening to every sound, you know. And yeah, it just wouldn't be comfortable. And the second reason is that if I would be camping, there is no way in the world I would be able to upload a video every other day, because every day I need power to charge all my electronic equipment, and I need Wi-Fi. So if I would be camping, then yeah, I couldn't do the channel the way I do now. And I like it the way it is now. So, okay, and the third reason maybe is that most of the times after a full day of riding, I am really pretty tired. And if at that moment, if I still have to set up a tent, cook my food, or like make sure I have food and cook it myself, and it's just too much, I think. Like I just want to put my bag down and go lay on a bed and take a rest. So that's another reason for that. Let me see. Okay, some of these questions I already answered. Oh, SJ1DayDJ is saying this live chat is fantastic. Thanks. Okay, I do have to admit I was super nervous for this live chat because I've never done this before and had no idea what to expect. But okay, I'm trying my best to make it nice. Legion J Alex is saying, you have a multi-camera setup. How do you choose which angles to shoot, or do you keep changing during the ride? Yeah, so I only have one camera, one GoPro, and I have different mounts on the bike. So for me, the easiest is to record on my helmet position, because then it's really easy for me to switch on and switch off. So that one is for me the nicest. Plus I can like record like that. And then if I want another angle, I'll just stop, take it off my helmet, put it on a different mount, and I try to see where's the sun. You know, if the sun is coming from that side, then it's not such a great idea to put it in the front. Or sometimes I look, okay, this is a nice scenery to record from the back, or I don't know. I just mix it around a bit. And sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. Momo is saying, what is your education and profession? I have a bachelor degree in biology and a master degree in geochemistry. It's a little bit random. So I used to work as a geologist. I used to work as a superintendent. And I guess now I am a YouTuber. Doesn't sound really nice. I don't know. Now I don't know. I just write. I'm a writer, I think. Manuel Perez is saying, will you ride with other riders? So far, on this entire trip, I've only ridden with other people in Myanmar because I had to, because you need a guide, it's expensive, I had to join a group. And then I really got along with one couple, an Austrian couple, and we rode together. Other than that, I've done everything solo. I am a solo rider. Like, I'm not good with riding in groups. I think for me, solo riding is easy. I like it, but yeah, there actually, to be honest, there hasn't been really like an opportunity or something like that. Yeah, no, so yeah, solo. Yeah. Regine Paul is saying, it seems that you're always going through the right path. How you make that possible? Never gone any wrong path so far. Something's wrong, I think. Oh, I'm offline. I think I'm offline.